What's up, Facebook? Where y'all at? Just wanted to pop on real quick and say, don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of change. I was here getting dressed and Holy Spirit nudged me just to get on and give you all some women affirmations. This is National Women's Month. And I wanted to just come on and just talk about change. We as women, sometimes we get stuck in a certain way of doing things, or we get stuck in a certain way of how we do things, and we don't want to change. We want to just continually do it the same way. And so I was here getting dressed. I'm getting ready to go meet a friend for lunch. And the Holy Spirit said, get on there and tell your fellow women, your female friends, women who see the replay, that it's okay to make a change. And what I basically mean by that is, first, let me introduce myself. I'm sorry. I am Anita J. Merchant. I'm known as the prayer advocate. I am sold out to prayer. I'm your prayer coach, your strategy coach. You need a strategy for your prayer life, just like you need a strategy for everything else in your life. But I wanted to just share with you about change, how sometimes we as women, we get stuck in doing things the same way, doing it the same time, or we get stuck in just settling for doing things the same way. And we miss out on what God has to give us, offer us in a blessing and whatever, because we don't want to change. We're stuck. We're sitting in the same position we were sitting in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. And now we're here in 2022. And I wanted to ask you to pose this question to yourself when you have some quiet time. Ask yourself, hey, Jane, what's going on? Hey, Thick, what's up? Ask yourself this question. What do I need to change in 2022 that I was doing in 2020, 2018, 19, whatever year you want to call, that really did not benefit me, but I am still doing it? We get so stuck on traditions. We get stuck on doing things the same way because that's the way mama did it, grandma did it, my auntie did it, or just because that's what we see somebody do on social media. We get stuck. And so we get stuck in those positions, and we block what God has to give to us because we don't want to change. Change is not a bad thing. Change is a good thing. Change is something that you need every year of your life. As a matter of fact, as often as you can change some things to keep from doing things the same way and getting the same results, is the positive part behind it. But I wanted to just share this with you. Women, we can change. It's okay for us to change. It's okay to change your hair. It's okay to change your style of clothing. It's okay to change the way you hang out. It's okay to change friends. It's okay to change people that you are connected with. It's okay to make a change. We get so comfortable thinking, well, I got to hang out with this person all the time because we were doing it for 15, 20 years. Not necessarily. It's okay to open yourself up to get new friends. You never know why God is sending that new person into your life, what you may be blocking because you're not open to receiving what he's sending you. You see, we have to stop looking at it from our physical eyes and start tapping into asking God in our prayer time, is this person okay for me to chill with? Is this person okay for me to be friends with? You know, we have to stop making the same mistake, doing the same thing, because we're going to get the same results. I wanted to share that with you. I have a millennial daughter, is what I call her. And we were talking, and she said this to me. She said, if we don't want to change, we're going to be the same from the time that we don't want to change until we go to our grave. She says some people don't want to change, and they're going to take all those things with them to their grave. And I thought about what she said, and it makes a lot of sense because we're stuck. We want to do it the same way, the same day, the same time. You know, I think back about how for 30 years I got up and I went to a job, the same job. It may have been different positions, but it was the same job. And I didn't stop to realize how much I was missing out on in life by just focusing on that and making that be my priority and going into the job, making sure I do this and making sure I do that. I didn't realize how God was probably had many blessings for me in other areas and avenues that he had been nudging me to do. But I just was like, oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, no, I can't do it. So I came on today. By the way, happy National Women's Month. We women, we need to live it up. We need to do it up every day. But this month, we need to do something for ourselves special. We need to do something for ourselves that we will remember. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be really celebrating this week, this month. And so I encourage you to do the same thing. Another thing that we as women, we need to stop doing, and we might want to think about, go to God about all of this that I'm sharing with you, is comparison. We need to stop the comparison game. We need to stop the comparison game and realize that comparison is a way of the enemy getting poison into your system. I'm going to say that one more time. Comparison is a way of the enemy getting poison into your system, where you want to compare your body shape with somebody else. You want to compare your hair with somebody else. You want to compare your clothes with somebody else. We want to compete and say, oh, well, she have on the Gucci, but she got on the secondhand Gucci. Oh, she got on whatever brand. Oh, but that ain't the real brand. But oh, she got on it. Oh, she paid $500 for those shoes. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know how we sit and we compare. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't buy that purse for $500. I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. We need to stop as women being comparison in a negative way. If you see somebody with $500 purse, compliment them and keep it moving. You don't know what they had to do to get the $500 purse. You don't even know if they got it in their bank account or if they don't. But who cares? Who cares? Stop comparing yourself to what you have. Stop comparing to what somebody else have. When you wake up in the morning, wake up with a mindset that God has given you one more day to do something that he's called you to do, to say, to give, whatever it may be. He didn't wake you up to compare yourself to another woman, another female, to see how this one is doing this one. Oh, no, that one ain't that one, Oh, we hating on them because they look nice. Let's start complimenting instead of comparing. Let's start opening up our mouths and embracing our sisters. Now, some sisters is not going to welcome being embraced. Some sisters are negative, and you just have to overlook those people and don't let them overshadow the positivity that you can bring into another sister's life. Let me get off my soap opera box, but I just had to pop on. Holy Spirit was nudging me. Speak to the women and let them know change is okay, and to stop the comparison of comparing themselves with the next sister. We are all women in the eyes of God. He created all of us with an individual specialty, whatever we may do, but we as women, we need to support each other on what God has called us to do. Stop comparison and make the change. Remember this, let nothing good or bad interrupt your consistent prayer life, because I'm getting dressed to go eat me some crawfish and some fish, and I won't be comparing. You all have a blessed day.